Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of May 31st to June 6th. We're going to be pulling 6 cards for you here to get an idea of where your week is going. Our first card here is going to be your pathway behind. Our second card here is going to be your pathway forward. So this is kind of like where you're heading. We're going to pull 2 cards in the middle. The top one is going to be for any problems that you're facing, and the bottom one is going to be for any solutions to those problems. Our next card here is going to be for any guidance, and this could be like an individual, it could be like a lot of things here, but this is like the guidance that you need to address these problems, Sagittarius. And our last card is going to be for the solution, kind of your outcome, not like the solution, but like the outcome, like where you're heading, like what your destination is. So Sagittarius, our first card, where you're coming from, we have the Knight of Wands energy here. So I think I saw that in your last weekly reading. You had like this turnaround. You had like a lot of like you had like a bit of a fight in you. And I see this as like in like the recent past, you have like this Knight of Wands energy. So this is like a lot of forward momentum on something. Here, oh, this is coming up again. This came up in your last reading, actually, Sagittarius. So we have like right now, your pathway right now, we have the 7 of Wands. So this is like you're kind of like locked into some kind of battle over something. So interesting to see that come up again. A lot of wands. Our problem here is the 10 of Wands. So you're kind of holding on to something. You're carrying a little bit too much, and that's kind of been a theme for some of your readings, Sagittarius. And here as a solution, we have the 10 of Swords. So very dramatic. We have this is all just like about like, this is like overkill. You know, we have like the rabbit here with like 10 swords stuck into them. So this is definitely some kind of overkill situation. You've been handling like maybe like a little bit too much right now. You've become like overburdened with something. And that's been a theme for your other readings as well. It's actually come up as well with like these wand cards and these sword cards as well. Here with your solution card, we have the Hermit. So you kind of need some internal introspection here. I have like the rabbit here with like the lantern. This is some kind of like internal knowledge that you have that's kind of like lighting the pathway forward. So you kind of need to spend like a little bit more time on maybe like self-care, like introspection, especially in a situation where you're being assailed by like a lot of things at once. And your outcome here, we have the 9 of Wands. So as an outcome, you know, we could see this as being like beaten up a lot. Yeah, you have like a lot of like trials, but it could also be something positive, and that it's kind of like you're becoming like battle hardened in a way, you know. So if you're able to like take that time to kind of like introspect a little bit and to focus on yourself and to kind of like understand, maybe to like heal internally from like all these conflicts that you're overcoming right now. There's a lot of Wands energy here, so there's definitely a lot of conflict that you've been overcoming right now, Sagittarius. I kind of feel like this reading is just saying, it's really just telling you what you already know. It's telling you that you have like a lot of conflict right now. You have a lot of like a lot of baggage that you're carrying that you kind of need to let go of. And if you don't let go of it, it could become like overkill. It's just kind of like bearing down on you right now. There's like a lot of things that have been, you had like this great like forward momentum, this great forward energy. You've been like fighting a lot of things. You've been like carrying like all these difficulties, and if you keep on carrying them for too much longer, though, you're just going to like collapse, Sagittarius. So that's what I kind of feel like right now. You're just going to kind of like fold if you don't find a way to turn this Wands energy into something new. And that's what I kind of see here. I kind of see like a wall here between the Hermit card and the 9 of Wands. So this is like all the energy that's like accumulating right now, Sagittarius. And then on the other side of the wall here, we have what could be if you would spend that time in this situation where you kind of need to like introspect and maybe realize, maybe it could be like some of these things that you're holding on to are really unnecessary. They're not, you're holding on to them, but they're not really doing anything for you. They could be some kind of like conflicts or people in your life. It could be like really toxic individuals that you've surrounded yourself with, for instance. And it could be that like you need to just learn to like let go of these people. Maybe you've spent a lot of time. One story that I kind of see here, I see somebody who has spent like a lot of time trying to help these like certain really toxic individuals grow and like to change their behavior. Maybe there's some people in your family who you feel like, or even like friends around you too, you feel like, oh, I can like help these people grow, get out of this situation that they're in. If only I can like educate them and enlighten them in some way. But you're spending too much time on that. You're focused too much on like trying to change these people who are unchangeable. And in doing so, it's just bringing you emotional turmoil. This could apply to a lot of things as well. It could be that situation. I could also see this as like maybe you have like a lot of tasks that you're being burdened with right now. I could see like maybe you started like a new job or like a new project, for instance, and you felt very confident in what you're doing. So you took on like all these new tasks, all these new goals, and you thought like, oh, okay, I can overcome this because I'll be able to get like some kind of promotions or like a raise or something. But in the process, you end up overburdening yourself, and then it's going to kind of lead not to like a downfall here. It's just leading to like a lot of anguish, basically. Sagittarius. So I think that you need to spend time in this hermit zone here. It doesn't mean to like go up into the mountains and like seclude yourself or to like break off from everybody, for instance. But I think that it's saying that you just need to kind of understand like what's working for you, what isn't working for you. And it's not like here with like the outcome with the Nine of Wands. This isn't saying that like, oh, you need to like cut like everything off. It's just saying like maybe there are like some things so like you don't need to be bothered with. Like maybe if you've taken too many tasks at your workplace, maybe just tell the boss like I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to come on this day. I don't want to like work this many hours. Or if you have these toxic individuals in your life, you don't have to cut all of them off, but you can be like, okay, I'm at least going to like give up on trying to change them in this way. Or maybe there's like one person, I'm just going to stop talking to them for a little bit and kind of like distance myself. This isn't an energy of like cutting people or things off entirely. This is more of just like reassessing so that you can find a more healthy balance, so that you can kind of stay in this fight that you're in right now for like a little bit longer. Because Sagittarius, you need to realize, it's a marathon, not a race. So don't take on too many things that you can't handle. Just focus on the things that are going to like enrich your life at the same time, Sagittarius, because there's still a fight here worth having, because you're still building yourself up, you're still getting experience, but you need to pick and choose your battles wisely, Sagittarius. Don't invest too much energy on things that just don't really benefit you. So definitely take the time here with the Hermit card, with our lion head Hermit here, and take the time to kind of introspect on like what's working and what isn't, Sagittarius. So thank you so much for joining us. If this resonated with you, please check out your sun, moon, and rising as well.